Okay, I want you to start by putting your design origin on the screen. This is the XY center of your design. And then I'd like you to put the hoop that you're going to be using and get that by clicking on this icon, display hoop. And under hoop name, I want you to left click on it and select the 14 by 11 inch hoop. Hit apply and OK, and then come back here and hit the icon with your left mouse button. That's where you get your hoop. Then I went over to Google and I Googled rocker patch, found an image. I'm going to right click on it, select copy, and then I'm going to come back over to Design Shop and hit edit and paste. To size that, I'm going to grab the black square and hold the shift key down to size it to the size that I want it to be. Once I've got the size where I want it, I'm going to click off of it, which gets me off of the graphics. I can no longer select the graphic. I'm going to create this top rocker patch by selecting my single line center icon over here and starting here in the center of where I want it to stitch. I'm going to start with a left click, then I'm going to come up here and hit my right click button to get the curve, and then come all the way over to the other corner and hit the left click, come down to the bottom here, hit the left click, to the center with a right, over here with a left, and back up to the top. And to complete my object, I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to follow the instructions down here at the bottom of the screen. It says input first width point or hit enter to accept the default width. Well, I know how wide I want it to be, so I'm going to use my mouse and I'm going to select the outside of the rocker panel or the satin stitch and the inside, and it created my satin stitch. Now if you look at my corner here, it doesn't match up exactly. So I want it to have a nice mitered corner, so I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to bring this triangle down and drop it on top of that triangle, and it creates a nice mitered corner. I'm going to zoom back in with the graphical zoom tool, and I'm going to double check a few things. My density is a 0.4 or a 4.0. My underlay, I'm going to select zigzag, and I'm going to leave my pull percentage at 100%. Now if you take a look here, I'm going to use my graphical zoom tool again, you can see that the satin stitches aren't very satiny. I would like them to be satiny, so I'm going to click on it, double click, and it gives me this option to turn off short stitches. So I'm going to uncheck that, and then it says use fill stitches for lines greater than 60 points. Well, if you come back here and look, our width is 95, so we know that if we want this to be smooth, we have to make that number higher than 95. So I'm going to double click back in here and change this to 100. Hit apply and OK, and my satin stitch just became very smooth and satiny. I'm going to zoom back out a bit. And that is how to create a satin stitch to create a rocker panel.